There's our veg. We've got the meat and the veg.
And grilled onions. They're actually caramelized onions. That's the best part.
There's a bit of sugar in there too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, all natural sugar. We don't add anything.
I like that.
The way the onions do it themselves, we found a way of putting them on the grill. We don't add oil. We don't add anything. We put the onions on the grill, and the way we do it, I'm not going to show you the whole thing because they're already in the pan, but they're actually naturally caramelized, so we don't add anything to it.
Nice.
On our mix, our Thousand Island dressing, for instance, I can tell you this, it's not that much of a secret. It's mayonnaise, the best you can get. It's relish, and it's ketchup. Nothing else. We don't add any seasoning, any salt.
Basic ingredients.
That's it.
Why don't we get into the kitchen actually?
Let's get in there and do it.
Okay, great.
And now we're going to be doing this as we cook our normal burger.
Yeah, I can see this is lunchtime for you. We've got all of the people outside.
That's it.
This is packed. Is this normal for you?
This is normal for us.
Okay, so we're making, how many burgers would you say a day would you be making?
We're doing about 300 or 400 a day.
300 or 400.
And for this little community, it's not too bad.
Most of them tourists, or are they people who live here and they come in daily?
We got a mixture. We got a mixture. It's an interesting thing. On busy days like today, it's a holiday, Martin Luther King weekend. Yep. So what will happen is a lot of the locals will stay home. They want to be in the traffic, so they're going to stay home. They're going to work in their yards today. It's a nice day out. And then tomorrow, when all the tourists go back down the hill, then they'll come out. So we get a double whammy. We get the business from the tourists now, and then tomorrow.
Double whammy. That sounds like the ultimate burger.
It is. Oh, I'll tell you what. So you can see our produce. You can see how proud we are. Our tomatoes are they're beautiful. Yeah. We have our produce guy brings our produce up twice a week from the Los Angeles produce area. He picks it out himself.
So this is all locally farmed too, fresh produce that you get from local farmers, which, as we know on the program before, helps to keep the economy of our local area flourishing.
Sure. Yep. Yep. We get nothing. A lot of produce comes from South America, which is all good. And our produce guy is proud to say it all comes from California. We don't get anything from south of the border.
Ultimate Californian burger.
That's right.
Okay. What's first?
Okay. First, we're going to start with the meat. Now, to give you an idea on the comparisons, and where you're going to take a little bit of a dangerous trim, this right here is our small patty. That's the in and out size, 1/8 of a pound patty.
1/8 of a pound.
That's right.
One that's to go, yes.
We're going big time.
Woo! Look at the size of that.
You got the difference there? Okay.
So that's a quarter and that's an 1/8. That's at least twice as big.
Yes.
Okay, and we have two of those.
We're doing two of those.
I trust you. This is your burger joint.
Okay.
You're the king here.
Now we're going to get Connie to take it a slight step to the right. She does not like to relinquish her grill, I want you to know. And she has knives and she knows how to use them.
How hot is this grill, Eric?
It's at about 350 degrees.
Okay, so perfect temperature for cooking the perfect burger.
Yeah.
350.
Yeah.
Okay.
And and another thing we have, just to remind our employees, even though they know all of this because they take their food handler's card, this is where when you cook different meats, there's a temperature, you want to make sure you cook them at the right temperature. With ground beef, there's a concern of E. coli.
Yes.
This is the main thing that gets places. So as long as you cook your meat to a temperature of 155 for ground meat, then you're safe.
So the temperature for the perfect burger really is key in getting rid of all of the possible harmful bacteria, but also getting the best taste of that meat. Right. Okay, and that's 165.
155 for ground beef.
155.
Right.
Okay.
Now, if you notice after she flips these burgers, you'll see how they're kind of red. A little bit of blood is rushing to the top.
Yep.
You can see they're browning a little bit on the side. And that's the best time to cook it. E. coli, interesting thing, E. coli doesn't happen on the inside of the meat, E. coli will happen on the outside.
That's interesting.
So
I didn't know that. So that's something new.
So it's important that it cooks on the outside. It's one of the reasons why we believe in frozen meat versus fresh meat. Some places advertise that all their meat is fresh.
Yes.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing, I'm just saying that when you cook a frozen patty, if the quality is there, which ours is, it's the best quality you can get. I can show you on our meat, we'll open the refrigerator, all it says is 100% pure beef. It doesn't have the ingredients of different cow parts.
Just like us on our show, 100% pure, in my case, British beef. But
there you go.
We're in America, so we'll stick with the US beef.
Well, you know, a couple of those cows might have snuck over on the Queen Mary. So.
Which one of these gets wrapped?
The one without cheese, honey.
And that's what we're going to do. She just started to mention the raccoon burger. If you really want to go crazy, you like a little spicy?
Yeah, I can eat spicy.
Are you a spicy guy?
I have a bit of spicy meat, yes.
You know, you got to, if you weren't spicy in your hair, you're a spicy guy.
Okay, let's go spicy on this burger. Okay, this is going to be the ultimate direct to spicy burger.
The ultimate direct to spicy burger. So what I'm going to do is, Ron, can you hand me the raccoon peppers?
Raccoon.
We call it raccoon, and that's, again, it's deleted. I did actually this no-budget movie. It was called Raccoon Falls. It was shot up here in Big Bear, and I think the budget was about $10, $50, $11. I'm not sure.
Wow. We got some raccoon on the grill right there, too.
Yeah, well, that doesn't went away, so we're going to do some fresh. So what we did, this is just, you know how a lot of people will order burger and they'll get yellow peppers?
Yes.
They like the yellow peppers. Why have to double fist it? So what we figured out is if we take these yellow peppers and we saute them with the onions and put them on the burger, you only need one hand.
Okay, I like that.
So this is our little area right here where we just do the raccoon. Okay, so we do that. These are those caramelized onions I was telling you about. And as you can see, nothing added. Those things are, that is. I get excited every time I see my onions. Those things are amazing.
I mean, this is your like, you're an artist. That's how I see you, Eric. You're an artist, and this is your artboard, your easel. This is where you perform all of your artwork.
That's right.
And I love the fact that when the customers come in, they can stand right there and see exactly how their burgers are made.
That's why we do
this
that.
is not hidden. This isn't in the back. This is for everyone to see just how you make their burgers.
That's it. It's a funny thing. A lot of the sheriff and the fire department eat here. The sheriff like to eat here because the sheriff's department likes to see their food being cooked.
Of course, yeah.
You know, you've heard some interesting things, and not that it ever happens, but you never know. And it's really awesome because a lot of times the cops will come in here, they'll be like kids, they'll be all standing up here in the window watching their burgers
They can
cook.
see their burger from start to finish, and they
start to finish. That's it. So as you can see, yours are doing pretty well.
and what do you do to season them? You put pepper, salt,
simple, salt and
else?
pepper.
Just salt and pepper?
Just salt and pepper,
What does that
nothing
do?
else.
Enhance the flavor of the beef?
It enhances the flavor, it gives it just a little something different. It's hard to
A bit of a
explain.
bite.
Just a little bit, but it doesn't change the flavor. Some people put garlic, some people put different seasonings on them. They want to make it their own. This is nice and simple, and you'll see, it enhances the flavor of the burger big time.
Lovely.
The natural flavors come from the sauce that I told you, which is natural, and then the onions, and then you put the peppers in them. You don't have to add stuff to them.
So the customer can add pretty much the different flavors,
That they want,
sauces
yeah.
that they want to the burger.
Yes.
I like that.
Now.
Eric, how long do we cook the burgers for? Flipping them on each side.
Burgers take probably about 6 to 8 minutes to cook.
Okay.
That's another thing. We cook burgers to order. We don't cook anything in advance because they'll dry out. They can dry
And that's
out.
one of the main differences from your typical fast food restaurant.
Exactly.
When you go in, we've mentioned In-N-Out, you would buy a burger and they'll take it off the rack under a heated lamp and serve it to you. You have no idea how it's made, what's gone into it,
Right.
or the quality of the meat.
There's one restaurant, I'm not going to mention who, they have a bank of microwaves and they cook their burgers in advance and the burgers go into the microwaves before they serve it. There's another restaurant.
That's a microwave technician, basically.
Exactly.
Well, tell me the name, just whisper it to me.
Now if you want to say it, I'm not saying it. There's another restaurant that
Let's
puts
just
their,
say that the king of burgers wouldn't be too proud to know that.
would not be too proud to know that.
Okay, there's your clue.
There's another place. There's another one that cooks burgers in advance, 50, 60 at a time, under a grill that smashes the burgers also. It double cooks them. It cooks them on the bottom and it comes down.
That's quite shocking. We all know that burgers aren't exactly the healthiest food you know. But when you make them right, you get the beef, we have some kind of vegetables in there. Plus normally, if you get a salad with the
You may want
fries,
to grab that. Would you like to flip your burgers?
I'd love to flip my burger.
Okay, that's kind of, you just take a scrape underneath the bottom, make sure it comes free from the grill, flip her over.
Got it.
There you go, there's one down. Now never press down on the burger.
So we never do
press
that.
on the patty.
That's a
Never-
mistake I've made before. Shall I do the others?
Do the other.
So we scoop it,
Flip it.
flip, but we don't push down.
Don't push